Ladies and gentlemen, we are here, the 401 Sports World Show, Crossing the Line edition, with none other than Mr. 401 and the Calculator. What's going on, Calculator?
Greetings and salutations, Mr. 411. Getting ready for some Thanksgiving food coming up. Tell you, I'm pumped.
Absolutely. I
Football,
know it.
food, and family, man. That's an awesome combination.
That's the three F's right there.
Yep.
Oh. So yes, sir. And you did say it's Thanksgiving, and that is coming up. Today is Thanksgiving Eve, November 24th, 2021. But speaking of thanks, I thank you for being on and giving. I can't wait for you to give everyone the opportunity to fill their pockets.
Hey, this is the season of giving, is it not, Mr. 411?
Oh, yes, it is, Calculator. All right. We welcome everybody. But you know what now, Calculator? You know what time it is? It's time to get
It's
down to business.
yes, sir. Hey, Mr. 411, we had a problem with the intro.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Excellent. I gotta get that intro to get the juices flowing, Mr. 411.
Hey, man. I know it. I
Yeah.
know you. I know you love the jingle. I know you love that jingle. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, good
Yeah.
things, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're speaking of Thanksgiving. It's tomorrow. And it's one of those time of year where you can eat, man. There's a lot of great items
Mhm.
to eat. So, we talked about it, and I asked the calculator, right? I said, calculator, can you just add a little bit of spice to the picks this week? I know we're up in the week 13 now, and NCAA
Yes.
football is getting deep, but it's that
Mhm.
Thanksgiving time, and I want you to put a little twist to it. So, we're gonna kick off these picks for the week, but it's gonna have a special twist, everybody. And so, without further ado, calculator, I pass the baton over to you, man.
Excellent. Yes, Mr. 411 and me discuss like, hey, with a Thanksgiving theme, with every pick, I'm going to associate it with a food item from what is usually on the menu in Thanksgiving. So, just to have a little fun with it, and as I read the pick, you'll see how it is associated. So, but hey, first, I always like to give the people Friday. This one isn't actually a Friday night special, but it is a Friday special because we have a little bit of extra games that people like to kick off with on the weekend. So the first one's a Friday. We got your number 16 Iowa Hawkeyes at the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Now you might say, "Hey, what food item can that be?" I'm gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna do a pumpkin pie." I
Oh,
love to
yes,
start
sir.
off the meal with a dessert, something
Yes,
smelly,
sir.
something smells, get the juices flowing. So why is it smelly? Because this is a smelly line alert, people. Yes, sir. How in the world is a 9-2 Hawkeyes team only a 1.5 point favorite over the 3-8 Cornhuskers? I'll tell you why. The books is begging you to smash the Hawkeyes. So I'm going to just do the opposite. Listen, Nebraska's not a good team, but the Huskers certainly aren't 3-8 bad either. Nebraska's defense is one of the best in the country, and that's bad news for an Iowa team that struggles on offense. They struggled to get first downs late in the season as teams got more and more film on them. But I see Scott Frost. The only time Iowa's really scored is when they've won the turnover battle. And what I do is this game, Nebraska being at home, I see Scott Frost kind of playing a conservative game plan because they know how they see what any person would see is how this team scores. So while I'm tempted to take the money line on this, meaning I think Nebraska could win straight up. But hey, I've always said if you're going to give me a 1.5 point for what I think the team is going to be, because I think they're pretty much even on both sides of the ball. Both teams play solid defense, but this time I'm actually going with the home team on this one. So that I think that this is going to be a close game. I actually think Nebraska's going to win, but even if they don't, I think it'll be extremely close. It could be one of those 1 point games. So if I'm getting one in the hook, I'm taking the 1.5 points, and I'm taking the home team on this one. Nebraska Cornhuskers.
All right, corn huskers, but I love the pie, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
hey, you like to start off something with a little sweet, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, the pie is one of my favorite parts too. But on this one you use a an item that is traditional and that I think is almost in every home. But after you eat it, man, you get real sleepy. So this one, this one is the turkey, right? So you
Yes,
use the turkey
sir.
on there, and look at this turkey right here. I
That's
mean,
it.
look at that. Look
Oh
how
my goodness,
juicy
that
it
making
is,
me
man.
hungry just looking at it, Mr. 411.
All right.
So
So what brings the turkey?
the turkey, as you just stated, the star of Thanksgiving. So going to this had to go with the big game to be the turkey game, right? We got your number 2 Ohio State Buckeyes at your number 5 Michigan Wolverines, which is going to be the game of the weekend. I was very shocked. This game 8.5. Ohio State's 8.5. And I'm starting to see this could be a little overreaction, man. Ohio State drubbed Michigan State, right? And it was 49-0 at halftime. And I think Stroud and the Buckeyes are a little tad overvalued due to that, entering a road contest against Michigan. So I think there's value in the dog in this case. So you may say, calculator. Ohio State is a top 10 scoring offense, a top 10 passing offense. And I'll say, yeah, you're right. But did you know that Michigan is a top 10 scoring defense and a top 10 passing defense? The Wolverines also boast a top 20 rushing attack and can excel at grinding the clock and slowing down the tempo. And hey, when I looked at Ohio State, who has Ohio State actually played on the road this year?
Mm,
Minnesota, Rutgers, Indiana, and the aforementioned Nebraska. Okay,
wow.
not
Wow.
exactly the Big Ten powerhouses that they were able to play on the road. So hey, this is in the big house. This is Big Noon Saturday, and I think Big Blue shows up in a big way and keeps it within one touchdown. So I'm getting 8.5. I'm taking it. Big Blue plus 8.5 on the Big Noon Sunday show.
Wow, calculator. Big blue, the Big Ten
Big,
battle. All
yes,
right.
sir.
Okay. Michigan plus 8.5. 8 in the hook. Very good, calculator. Man. All right. This right here, man, is something that you would definitely put on your turkey. You know what I mean? Uh, I mean, come on. You have to put it on your turkey, right?
Yes, yes.
Come on, man. So
Gravy, my
what's the
friend.
deal with the rice and gravy?
Hey, hey, rice owls, baby. You know, rice goes good with gravy as well. Gravy makes almost anything better, right? And this week, Louisiana Tech is at the Rice Owls. And if people follow this show, they know betting against the Rice Owls lately have been very profitable because since winning 3 of their 4 games this mid-season, in the mid-season, Rice has cratered. They've lost 4 straight, both straight up, or 4 straight up, and the same 4 they have lost against the spread. Now, hey, don't get me wrong, Louisiana Tech hadn't been good, but I believe this line is an overreaction to the Bulldogs losing to Mississippi or Southern Miss last week. Southern Miss, if you look at the game plan they employed against Louisiana Tech, they basically ran Wildcat the whole game,
Yeah.
right? And the Bulldogs had no film that they really studied on because that's the first time Southern Miss did it because Southern Miss kept losing. They said, hey, let's try something different. And when they saw that that was successful, they said, hey, let's keep running it. But now, do you think Rice can do something like that? I think they can, but I don't think they won't. Because hey, Louisiana Tech kind of got a dose of it. I think they have a they have more practice against it. So I doubt Rice is just going to go back to the regular game plan. And if that's the case, I see the better team winning. And the spread's on 3.5, right? So hey, Tech hadn't done much winning lately. Rice hadn't done any winning lately. So I see Tech winning this around a touchdown, even 10 points, even because they're just a better team. Even though they're on the road, I think they're
Mhm.
markedly much better. So yeah, I'll gladly give up the 3.5 and take the Louisiana Tech Bulldog against over the Rice Owls with the gravy on top.
Yeah, I love that. Gravy. All right, that is gravy. Gravy train. All right. All right, calculator, man. We're moving along pretty swiftly here. I know you want to,
Yeah.
you want to fill that stomach, get the meals in there and everything, let everything settle. But man, I never had cranberry with duck, but I noticed that you have. the battle out west between Oregon Ducks and Oregon State. So talk about
You might
this
be saying, how in the world is the calculator tying Cranberry into this matchup? And I'll tell you right now, this is split by many people. And personally, I've never been a fan of cranberry sauce. So you know what also the calculator don't like? The calculator doesn't like betting rivalry games because a lot of times they're so unpredictable. But when I see something as a 7 point in a true rivalry game, that catches my attention. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the underdog, take the points if it's at least a touchdown, pinch my nose, eat it off and let it go down, right? So but a rivalry game at this point, you might think Oregon can get off the mat, but but I think it's going to be tough this week for a team that had high aspirations and just got woodshed last week at Utah, right? So in general, I also do not think the Ducks are that potent and mostly have relied on a strong brand. Meanwhile, the Beavers are coming off an impressive win over Arizona State and seem to actually be getting better as the year goes along. So I think this is the perfect spot for Oregon State to keep a close game against Oregon. Again, Oregon emotionally drained over last week and still kind of beat up. So they came down to earth, and I think Oregon State's going to take advantage. So, yeah, there are some better numbers out there, but at 7 points, this is a rivalry game where I really do like the underdog getting that many points. But, again, I don't like rivalry games normally. Like I don't like cranberry sauce. But this one, I think I can go with the 7 points on this one.
Okay, yeah, man. Yeah, I think you can. I like that one. And by the way, calculate. I love cranberry sauce, so that's one
That's what I
thing. That's
said.
what.
It's a split room out there on there. But when the calculator is making us, I don't like it. I don't like rivalry games. But this one kind of caught my attention.
Yes, sir. And I know now one thing we do agree on. Another thing that we do definitely agree on is Heavenly Spa Mobile,
Oh
and
yes.
she Latanya is our major sponsor and a huge supporter of what we do. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have not checked out Heavenly Spa Mobile, please do. You can find her at Heavenly Spa Mobile at 2484 Ingleside Avenue, Building A, Suite 101A. It's Macon, Georgia 31204. Latanya can be reached at 478-747-9231. That is 478-747-9231. I'm sorry. Yeah, 9231.
9231.
And if you don't believe us, listen to Latanya herself.
Hi, I'm Latanya with Healthy Spa Mobile. I'm a licensed massage therapist and owner. I've been practicing 18 years. If you're in need of any stress relief, tension, muscle, body aches, or just want to relax, you need to get yourself a massage. And please come check me out again at Heavenly Spa Mobile. I'm located at 2484 Ingleside Avenue. And I can be reached at 478-747-9231. Or you may go online to healthyspa-mobile.com. I look forward to seeing you soon.
We thank Latanya and Heavenly Spa Mobile for everything they do for our shows. And by the way, Heavenly Spa Mobile, if you want to see the flyer again, you can. There it is. Boom. Heavenly Spa Mobile, where relaxation is the key. And by the way, calculator, as we always say, the intro special, you cannot beat this. $70 first time client specials, 60 minutes. That's an hour, ladies and gentlemen. Swedish or deep tissue massage. And what do you always say about it, calculator?
I said the actual massage might last an hour, but the effects of the massage last much longer than that. So let me tell you, you get a good massage like that, you're gonna probably have one of the best night's sleep that night that you've ever had.
Yes. Can
Take it
you
from a
only
guy that
imagine?
knows.
Yes, sir. And can you imagine? I mean, you already know, like, you got the combination coming up with eating the turkey, the gravy, cranberry
Oh,
sauce,
oh man,
the dressing, everything else in between.
talk
That
to me
already
fool.
make you sleepy. Come
Yes.
on, calculator. Then a couple days later, you visit Heavenly Spa Mobile. and get that deep tissue massage or get that sleep
Yes.
massage, and you're gonna sleep some more. So
That's
check
right.
out Heavenly Spa Mobile, and
And the
congratulations,
reason
Heavenly
they,
Spa Mobile.
yeah, and Mr. 41, the reason they got to do that deep tissue massage is because that's where all that stress and everything is. So they got to get down in there and get that deep stuff to get that out.
Yes, sir. You have to. I mean, come
Yes.
on. It's been a stressful season this in our fantasy
Yes.
leagues and everything else. So I mean, this is the time to do it now. It's getting towards the
That's
end of
right.
the
And
year.
then you got Christmas coming up. That can, even though it's a wonderful time of the year, it can be stressful
Yeah,
for some people.
yeah.
Decorating, buying
Oh
presents.
man, come on, man. Come on. You preaching, not
Hey,
calculator.
I'm about to say, Heavenly Spa's there to help you out through the season.
That's right. And also, Heavenly Spa Mobile, congratulations. Best of Georgia nominee. So they're
Hmm.
doing great things. All right. We definitely appreciate them. All right, calculator. It's time to get back down to business.
Yes, sir.
All right. With
Yep,
the
we got
next
it.
one.
Yes, sir. Talk to me, 411.
Okay. All right. We just came out of the West. Now we're going to move back to the Midwest. You know what I mean? So we're going to go
Yep.
check out the Northwestern Wildcats and the Illinois Fighting Illini. What's going on with this
Yes.
matchup?
Well, I kind of complete this as like, we're getting through the games. I need a filler game. And what is the best type of filler you can have at Thanksgiving? That is dressing, my friend. A lot of people, dressing is very underrated. Personally, I love dressing.
It
But,
is.
the reason you get the dressing, not only does it go great with turkey and gravy, it's a nice filler. So you don't overeat the other stuff, right? So, hey, we don't want to bet too much on 3:30, but we do want to get a little more action than just one game. So I said, let's get a filler game. Northwestern at Illinois Fighting Illini is the perfect filler game at 3:30. So hey, I talked about last game, two teams going in different directions. You can't get more than two directions than these teams. Illinois, yeah, their receiving core is banged up. Yeah, they've been playing with a second choice quarterback for the last three games, but guess what? They've covered in three of their last four, and they've scored at least 23, and they scored 23 points on Iowa last week. And scoring against that Iowa defense, which I've said before, that's like scoring 40 points against a regular team. And guess what? I would say Northwestern's a regular team, right? So, hey, Northwestern, meanwhile, on the other side, the Wildcats have failed to cover in four of their last five. They've allowed at least 32 points in four or five, and they've only topped 14 points just once since September. They seem to be playing out the season, just playing out the season, get home, go take finals, go home, enjoy Christmas holidays, right? Because we know they're not going to a bowl game by how bad a season they had. But hey, if I can get an Illini at home under a touchdown, which it currently is at 6.5. Remember, we always talk about magic numbers 3,
Yep.
7, 10, 14. Hey, it's right under that magic number of 7, right? So I'm only giving up 6.5 currently, but hey, click, subscribe, notify, right? We want you to
That's
notify
right.
because we don't want that. We don't want that line to move up anymore. So if you can get it at 6.5, I personally, I think they'll cover at 7 too, comfortable. But I always like that hook in my favor. But hey, even if they score the same amount of points they scored against Iowa, hey, we won't do the 40 against a normal team. We'll do the 23 at Iowa because I don't see Northwestern scoring double digits. So that's why I really think Illini can cover the 6.5.
All right. Illinois, 6.5 cover. All right.
Fighting
Very good,
Illini.
calculator. Very good. Very good. All right, man. You know what time it is, calculator.
Oh, yes,
You already
sir.
know.
I'm ready. Everybody's ready.
You, you already know. One of our most favorite segments. Jackpot, baby.
Yes, sir. And jackpot, and you know what it is, Mr. 411? That reminds me of the rolls of Thanksgiving. And hey, a lot of people favorite their turkey. A lot of people love the gravy. A lot of people have favorites. Rolls is my favorite. And I'll tell you why. When I was growing up, I was with a big family, right? And during a regular meal, I could get one roll, and that was it because I had to share with everybody. But my mama made so many rolls on Thanksgiving, she'd let me eat all the rolls I wanted. And I said,
Oh
hey, this is
wow.
heavy. So I said, jackpot, that's my favorite game. Rolls is my favorite dish. Hey, makes a perfect thing, right? So hey, when this line opened up, I was a little confused, right? I almost sent out the smelly line alert, but then it's like, okay, let me dig a little deeper. And I think it's not really a smelly line because I think the books are looking at LSU as a name brand. Hey, they won the championship just 2 years ago, right? So hey, both A&M and LSU have been smacked pretty hard by injuries, but from a quality standpoint, LSU is basically the same they are now as they were 6 weeks ago. Well, I think A&M is actually looking better and better. Heck, if not for that loss for the quality Ole Miss team, they would have still been in the running for a national or for the SEC title game, right? Yes, A&M's Zach Calzada has been playing a little bit banged up, but let's be honest, the Aggies have been good this year despite the quarterback position, not because
Hmm.
of it. They are leaps and bounds ahead of LSU in the trenches on both sides of the ball, and they should alone and that alone should be enough for a multi-score victory, much less only giving up again. We talk about the 7 points, right, as a magic number.
Right. We're right under
Six and a
there.
half. It's right under the number. Click, subscribe, notify. You got to be notified because we want you to get that line good, right? Hey, I'm giving up 6.5 points. I see no way LSU can actually stop the run that Texas A&M is about to run down their throat with those two awesome those running backs for Texas A&M. They'll be playing on Sunday. That's how good they are. And that offensive line, 3 of those 5 are going to be playing on Sunday. So that they won't need that quarterback to run. And you can't run on Texas A&M because on the other side of the ball, they can stop the run. They showed that. Ole Miss, they said, okay, they stop. Oh, and one of the best things, even if it's close at halftime, who is the best guy who makes second half adjustments? It's Jimbo Fisher. Ole Miss was lucky. They had a couple of those lucky turnovers by the quarterback to actually pull away in that game. I don't see that happening. Jimbo Fisher is not going to throw the ball because I think he's actually going to have a lead early on. I think he's going to nurse that lead, and I think they're going to actually pull ahead in the second half just because there's a talent difference on both sides of the line. So I'm only giving up 6.5. Texas A&M rolls in this one, Mr. 411.
Yes, sir. And you mentioned Jimbo Fisher. All right, he's in there. He's in Texas. He's locked in over there.
Oh yeah,
LSU. I mean, they don't even want their coach. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you mentioned the trenches, the battle of the trenches. I mean, that's what football's won. So yes, I
Yes.
mean, come on, you give it, calculate it. Would you say it again for me? Subscribe,
Uh, Oh, click, subscribe, notify.
notify. There you go.
Yeah.
Do that. I mean, your
Yes.
calculator, you're dropping the knowledge, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's the jackpot. That's the jackpot, ladies and gentlemen. We really get pumped up for that one. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so we have one more. We have one more matchup to give for tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And it's one, yeah. And what's the one thing you usually do after you eat a big meal? You just sitting back, you're relaxing, then you just take a sip of your
Yes, sir.
sweet tea, my friend. You're going to look at all you did this week and you're tying it all together with a nice, refreshing sip of sweet tea. So that's what I'm calling our last pick today. Pittsburgh at Syracuse, and there's 13 points. I was shocked. I was shocked this is high. This is high for an ACC team, and the reason it's high at this point is because Pittsburgh really has nothing to play for. They've already locked up their side of the ACC. They're going to the ACC title game, right? So
Right.
Syracuse needs this win to be bowl eligible. So I just don't see how the Panthers are a double-digit favorite. Heck, the Orange at home are 5-1 against the spread and 3-0 as a home underdog, which is this situation right here. Meanwhile, Pitt usually doesn't do well as a heavy favorite. The Panthers are just 7-14-1 as a double-digit favorite since 2014, including last week's game where there was a double-digit against Virginia. They didn't cover. Right. More importantly, the win over the Hoos locked up the Coastal, like I said before, for the Panthers, making this game largely irrelevant for them. For Syracuse, they need this again. They need this win to be bowl eligible. Pitt will stack the box and dare Garrett Schrader to beat man coverage. And so far, yes, he's had trouble to do it, but I think he can. He has the pedigree. I seen him when he was with Mississippi State when he was a freshman. He can beat. He just needs time, and I think he will get the time he needs. And I think he'll beat it enough to keep this game within 13 points. So yes, I do think Pittsburgh's going to win, but I think it'll be one of those things where they just want to come in, they want to get the road win, They don't want any injuries, so they'll probably protect their quarterback the best they can. And so another thing people might want to look at. I saw a money line bet, meaning if you take a money line, that is a situation where you just take a team to win straight up. They are getting 4-1 straight up if you want to take them straight up. So like you bet $100, you win $400 if
Wow.
Syracuse beats Pittsburgh straight up. So that is another avenue you can look at. But hey, if you're not sure, you don't feel comfortable, take the almost 2 touchdowns. All right. Syracuse will cover against Pittsburgh this weekend.
All right. Take the orange. All right. And orange, by the way, was not one of the items for our Thanksgiving meal. But hey, you take
Hey,
the orange here on this one.
and just enjoy the sweet tea afterwards, my friend.
Absolutely. All right, man. Excellent. Excellent job, calculator. Way to help everyone fatten their pockets and during this holiday season. We want everybody to enjoy the Thanksgiving tomorrow. But also, don't forget, you still have some other business that you got to take care of, which is to get your selections in and win your friendly wagers.
Yes,
And as you
sir.
said, calculator, there's three things we need you all to do before we get out of here.
Click, subscribe, notify.
Absolutely. And as you always say, calculator, you need to hurry and do those things because
That's right.
you want to get the information and you want to
Yeah,
catch everything
yeah,
before the lines change.
yeah. Because we don't want people lying, saying we're liars. It's like, hey, we got you. We were trying to notify you as soon as we get the lines. Hey, even the calculator don't get the straight up lines when they, a lot of the wise guys are even more dialed in than me, so they could probably get some better lines than I can get. But hey, I'm trying to get you the best line I can at the time I give it. So
Absolutely. All right. And that's what we're here for, calculator. All right. If you want to hear more to see more of the calculator, you can also catch him on the fantasy football shows that are also airing on here too. So that's another reason why you have to like, subscribe, and notify.
yeah,
And you'll see calculator again shortly because we have some week NFL week 12 information that we need to share. So
yep.
stay tuned to all that information as well. But as far as crossing the lines for this Thanksgiving edition, we are done. And Calculator has some things he's going to whip up. I think he's going to have plenty of rolls
Oh,
within the next
God.
24 hours.
Now I say, my mama says she's bringing some, so I'm ready.
Uh-oh. So he will be on the roll in more than one, more than
That's
one
right.
way. So
That's right.
appreciate the calculator. All right. So for the calculator, I am Mr. 411. We thank you all for watching. We thank you all for listening. And you just continue to stay tuned to all the things that we bring out for you. But for now, we are now out of here. We'll see you later. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.